What is up, guys? Geneva and I back at you again today. Thank you guys for tuning in once again. I hope you guys are having a great day. I got a very informative video that I'm going to be showing you today. So I've installed my radiator. I've installed my radiator fan. I put coolant on it. I topped it off and I thought I was good. No, I'm not good. No! 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 I'd like to thank a fellow subscriber who commented down below my install saying, hey, did you bleed out the system? Did you burp the system? Pretty much drained it out of air. To be honest, guys, I didn't know about this, so thankfully a fellow subscriber commented down below. So on today's video, guys, I'd like to show you how I'm going to burp so that you don't get overheating issues. That fellow subscriber pretty much helped prevent me from getting into trouble in the long run. Let's get this video started. So the very first thing, guys, that you need to do is make sure that your coolant, that you have enough coolant in. Oh, wow. So I actually started the car, so that created some pressure. Looks like I'm running a tiny bit low on my coolant. So the reason why it popped a little bit of pressure there and some coolant spilled out was because I started the car just for a short bit so that I can back it up. But you never want to open this when the engine is fully hot. This stuff will just shoot out of your car into your face and you're gonna be permanently scar-faced for life. I've actually witnessed somebody open that thing while it was super hot and luckily they still have their face. Make sure that you have enough coolant there. Make sure your overflow tank, as you can see, is on the line and you're good to go. Oh, and just a keynote, make sure you open the garage door because you don't want to get carbon monoxide poisoning. And yeah, just open your garage door. There you go, it's open. Now in some cases, guys, your car will have a bleeder valve. I don't even know if there's a bleeder valve on the radiator on this Mishimoto radiator or on this Evo. So let me know in the comment section below if there is a bleeder valve, because yeah, I just want to know that. On this process, I'm going to be using a spill-free funnel to bleed out all the bubbles. Here, see all the parts that came in this thing. So this spill-free funnel, obviously you got the funnel, you got the cap, and it comes with all these different type of adapters right here, various types of bends, straights, and it also comes with a stopper, and I'll show you how this works later on. You don't even need to use this. You can just use your radiator and just check the bubbles from just opening the cap, but I highly suggest you use one of these because it will help you pretty much avoid spilling all over the place. And in this case, I have a manifold that's I don't want to get wet and I don't want coolant all over my engine base, so this makes perfect sense. And they're super cheap, guys. They're only like 20 bucks on Amazon. I'll leave the link down below if you're super interested on it. Yeah, I'll leave the link down below. It's fairly cheap. It's a good investment because when you do other cars, it has various adapters as well, and you can keep reusing it. It's a good tool to have in your toolbox. So here's what you're gonna do, guys. Take off the radiator cap, pick the right adapter. In this case, I'm gonna be using this one. All right, so that fits. This one, I believe this one's the one that fits, and tighten it up just like that. Should be in place. So that's ready. Now you can use the elbow or whatnot. You can make it fancy, but why do that when you can just pretty much put it on the top right there, and voila, it's gonna look like that. Take some coolant, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna just fill it up kind of halfway right there and just watch the coolant drop a little bit, and if it goes too much, just keep adding it. But be careful not to overfill it, because when you do and the temperature gets hotter and hotter, the coolant will start rising and you don't want this stuff spilling out. Actually, I'm just gonna put the rest of the coolant in there. That's all I have left. Make sure it's not leaking or anything around. So like what I said, I like to cover everything. In this case, I have a really nice manifold here by Archer Fabrications, so I covered that. Now I'm gonna take that off because when I turn on the car, it's gonna start heating up and I don't want to burn my rag. So the next thing that you want to do is you want to jack up your car so that it'll be on a tilt or in an incline. Now you can jack it up or park your car up on a hill so that the bubbles, so that all that radiator fluid will flow through all the pipes and not leave any bubbles. The other thing that you want to do is kind of just squeeze the radiator tubes right here. See some of the bubbles. Just squeeze it a few times just so you can get some excess bubbles out of there. Jacking up the car, you saw the bubbles pop up. That's why you want to have it on the incline. So you want to set your temperature to hot, and then you're going to turn this on. You're going to watch your temperature levels go up. So the next step that we're going to do is turn on the car and let the engine heat up. We're going to be observing the temperature and watch it go up, and as it goes up, pretty much the bubbles will start coming out. So we're going to wait a little bit while the engine is heating up. We're going to wait for the thermostat to open, and when that opens up, all the rest of the cooling will pretty much go down to the rest of the cooling system, and we're going to start seeing some bubbles pop up. Yeah, so once we start hearing the cooling fan turn on, that's when we know that it's fully warmed up. You can speed up the process by stepping on the gas or just going through the throttle. We're gonna just wait for 20 minutes. I set a timer and we're at 3 minutes right now. So right when we get to 20 minutes and we see that there's no consistency, no bubbles within that time period anymore, it's time to turn it off and you should be good to go. 16 more minutes to go. See all those bubbles coming up? Stuff is hot. You can see the steam. I don't know if you can see it, but you can see the steam coming up. So guys, we are now at 20 minutes time mark. I've been looking at the funnel closely and I don't see any bubbles. So I don't see any more bubbles coming out. So I'm fully confident that there's no more bubbles inside the cooling system. Okay, so now we can just turn this engine off. You can see that the coolant levels rise up and down, so you'll see that indication right there. That's why you don't want to overfill it, because that stuff will just spew out of there. So just be very careful. It's very hot, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna put some rags over this. Careful not to touch that exhaust manifold because that is super hot as well. Take your drain plug right here and just insert it right through. Just like that. Being closed up, I actually saved my coolant bottle right here because we're gonna put that coolant. That coolant is still really good, so you can just put it back there to save it for later. Now, you're just gonna carefully put it in here and just take off the cap. What you're gonna do is just take off the adapter. Careful, it's a little warm to the touch around here, but you can take that now off. Now you can tell that the coolant is nice and full, nice and filled up. Your overflow reservoir is good, still up to the line. Take your radiator cap and just cap it off. Nothing to it, just like that. That pretty much wraps the whole video, guys. Again, the reason why we're doing this is so we can get all the air bubbles out of the cooling system. It'll prevent your car from experiencing overheating. And yeah, if it wasn't for that subscriber who told me, hey, did you burp the system, or did you bleed the system or the cooling system, I wouldn't have done this. Thank you for teaching me something new, guys. I know every time I do these videos, I love the comments below because I learn from you guys as well. So thank you from the bottom of my heart, guys. Anytime that you're doing a coolant change, you're flushing your radiator out of coolant, and you're refilling it, make sure you do the same process. You burp the system, you take out the air bubbles, so it prevents your car from experiencing any serious damage later on in the long run. Thank you for watching once again. Again, guys, check out my website, genevo9.com. I got new merch coming up. Cop some of my hoodies, support the channel. And once again, guys, if you found this video helpful, please hit that like button down below. It'll greatly help out the channel. And also, please press that subscribe button down below so they can always be in tune with what's going on with my Evo build and my future builds coming up. Alright, guys, so it's gonna be exciting. The engine is what I'm tackling right now, and it's gonna be great. Okay, so thank you once again, guys. You guys have a good day. I'll see you on the next video.